The future of the Justice League standalones are unclear. About a month before Justice League hit, it was revealed that the reason we hadn't heard much about any of the solo movies for the core heroes, aside from the well-on-the-way Aquaman and already proven Wonder Woman 2, was because Warner Brothers were waiting on the reception to the movie and individual characters before actively moving on these characters. And, due to the mixed reaction and poor box office, that makes things shaky. Anything could be dropped at a moment's notice. Let's look at what we know. Flashpoint is a strong idea, and Ezra Miller's Flash is at the center of one of the film's highlight moments when Barry realizes Superman is as fast as him. But the rigmarole of locking a director after two filmmakers have come and gone, as well as a complete script rewrite push the other way. This one really depends on if DC opt for a soft reboot. Matthew Vaughn has been in talks to direct Man of Steel 2, and Henry Cavill is contracted for one more film, but it's unclear how firm those options are. There's currently no script, and Cyborg has been very quiet, with Ray Fisher most recently playing down talk and it looking like it won't be one of those 2020 releases. The same is true of Green Lantern Corps, although that was never intended to come out before 2020, so we'd have been unlikely to hear anything yet regardless. It's telling that the only film that's being actively discussed is one that increasingly looks separate from the Justice League endeavor, The Batman. Ever since Matt Reeves came on board to direct, it's been made clear he's got total creative control and has little interest in bowing to the usual shared universe constraints. This took on an extreme form recently, with it revealed Reeves was looking to recast Ben Affleck. Whether or not this is an in-continuity move or the film is an Elseworlds adventure is unknown, but the fact things are moving ahead and doing so despite activity in the main DCEU means this project feels a stronger possibility. One movie that's definitely fluxed, and, indeed, hasn't been properly discussed since it was dropped from the slate, is Justice League 2. The new movie was originally the first half of a two-parter, but that changed quite early on in development, and since then things have been quite choppy, with rumors of a script in development not yielding any more details. Of course, Justice League's post-credit scene teased the arrival of the Injustice League, and while it's not explicitly stated where Luthor and Deathstroke come back into the story, the motivation definitely points towards a straight-up sequel, although it could be the aforementioned Deathstroke film. The poor box office and general reception, though, has meant no further discussion. If Warners are properly regrouping, this will be the most suspect property, especially given the expected solo focus in the short term. Essentially, the Justice League-related movies that are going forward don't actually rely on Justice League itself, while the most suspect ones are taking a backseat. That's smart world-building given the circumstances, although it does leave the likes of Cyborg stuck. There's a lot up in the air about the DCEU's future post-Justice League that will be debated heavily in the coming weeks. Will they go for a hard reboot, reset with Flashpoint, pivot into standalones, or continue while hope and fortunes turn? But for now, there's one thing that's certain: it ain't over just yet.